Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Thank you very much for joining an online information session on 2026 LOTUS. My name is Tetsu Kawaguchi from JST. I will be serving as a moderator today. I would like to process with the session according to this agenda, and you can see. So before we begin, I have three requests regarding questions about the LOTUS program. The first, general inquiries, including those asked today, will be posted on our website. Please be sure to check this site. So you can see Q&A banner at the bottom of the website. Next, we will answer specific questions via email. So if you have a specific question, please send it to this email address. No, before slide, please. So you don't need to remember this email address because it's the one we used to send you the invitation to this information session. Finally, if you have a question that you absolutely must ask right now after hearing today's presentation, please submit it using the Zoom Q&A feature. Is this okay? So please note that we may not be able to answer all questions during this Q&A session. So please submit your inquiries via email whenever possible. So I had a plan to have presentation from the President Murty, but we want to skip because it isn't ready yet. So please move on to the explanation session about LOTUS program. This video is only 10 minutes. Please watch this video. So please proceed to open the video.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for joining this briefing on the LOTUS program FY 2026. LOTUS stands for India, Japan's Circulation of Talented Youths in Science program. This program is implemented by the Sakura Science Program headquarters of JST, and it focuses on strengthening long-term collaboration between Indian and Japanese universities and research institutions through researcher mobility. Even if your company's headquarters or main office is located outside of India, PIs and invited researchers affiliated with universities or research institutes with a base in India are eligible to apply. I will explain what the LOTUS program is, who is eligible, what kind of support is provided, and what role the Indian side plays in this program. Of LOTUS program. Let me begin with the purpose of the LOTUS program. In recent years, India has rapidly increased its research capacity and is now widely recognized as a source of highly talented young researchers in science and technology. The LOTUS program was established to respond to this challenge. Its main objectives are to accelerate Japan, India joint research by inviting excellent young researchers from India to Japan, to promote joint supervision by Indian and Japanese faculty members, and to support the career development of young researchers by creating opportunities to build academic and professional links in Japan. Through these activities, the program aims to strengthen Japan's research and innovation capacity, while also fostering long-term partnerships with Indian institutions. Features of the LOTUS program. Now I would like to explain the key features of the LOTUS program. In FY 2026, LOTUS plans to invite approximately 1,000 master's students, PhD students, and postdoctoral level researchers from India. The program focuses mainly on the following 7 priority research fields: AI and intelligent robotics, biotechnology, energy, materials, quantum technologies, semiconductors, and networks and telecommunications. These fields reflect Japan's science and technology strategies. However, projects classified as other are also eligible, as long as they are academically relevant to these areas. Evaluation focuses less on the research topic alone and more on the significance of inviting a specific young researcher and the research activities and collaboration that will result from that invitation. FY 2026 revisions and schedule. Slide 4 explains the main points of the FY 2026 call. First, a new program type has been added. In the FY 2025 supplementary budget, an exchange type scheme was added to Aspire. This has been introduced in LOTUS as LOTUS Aspire, in addition to the conventional LOTUS scheme. Second, the number of selected projects has been expanded. In FY 2026, a total of 1,000 projects are planned across the 2 types. Third, the schedule is as follows. Application deadline, June 9, 2026, 12 o'clock noon Japan time. Review and selection, June to August 2026. Final selection and press release, late August. Start of support, October 2026. Indian partners are strongly encouraged to coordinate with their Japanese counterparts well in advance of the deadline. Types, LOTUS Basic and LOTUS Aspire. The LOTUS program has 2 funding schemes, and understanding the difference between them is very important. The first is LOTUS Basic, also known as the 1-year type. It supports invitations of up to 12 months. The stay in Japan can be arranged flexibly within this period. The purpose of LOTUS Basic is joint supervision of young researchers and building a foundation for Japan, India collaborative research. The second scheme is LOTUS Aspire, which is newly introduced in FY 2026. This type supports projects of up to 36 months and is intended to promote full-scale Japan, India joint research, and generate tangible research outcomes. Financial support. Now let me explain the financial support provided under the LOTUS program. For both program types, invited researchers receive a fixed monthly living allowance of 240,000 Japanese yen per month, which covers living expenses, including accommodation. In addition, under LOTUS Basic, support for joint supervision is provided at 500,000 yen per year. This can be used for domestic travel in Japan, consumables, and accommodation for the Indian supervisor during visits to Japan. Under LOTUS Aspire, joint supervision and research support is provided at 1.5 million yen per year, which can also be used for conferences and collaborative activities. It is important to note that, based on the principle of equal partnership in Japan, India joint research, travel expenses from India to Japan for invitees are not covered by JST. These costs are expected to be arranged by the Indian side. Application process and evaluation. This slide explains the application process and evaluation points. Applications are formally submitted by host researchers at Japanese universities or research institutions. Indian institutions and individuals cannot submit applications directly. However, the program cannot start without close discussion and agreement with the Indian partner. In practice, the first and most important step is that an Indian faculty member and a Japanese faculty member jointly define the research topic and select a suitable young researcher to be invited. Evaluation focuses on the quality of the Japan-India joint research content and the significance of inviting the proposed student or researcher. The key question reviewers ask is not only how advanced is the research topic, but rather, why is this specific person essential for this collaboration? Let me briefly highlight the key messages of today's presentation. The LOTUS program is a joint research program between universities and research institutions in India and Japan, designed to strengthen long-term collaboration through researcher mobility. For this reason, invitees must remain formally affiliated with an Indian university or research institution throughout the program. The program supports the invitation of outstanding young researchers from India, promotes joint supervision and joint research activities, and offers two flexible schemes, the one-year LOTUS Basic and the longer-term LOTUS Aspire. It is also important to note that applications can be submitted only by principal investigators based at Japanese universities or research institutions. However, the program is built on close cooperation and cannot proceed without thorough discussion and agreement with the Indian partner. We hope that LOTUS will become a foundation for sustained academic collaboration, strong human networks, and future career development. We sincerely look forward to receiving your applications and to working together to build strong and lasting India-Japan research partnerships. Thank you very much for your attention.
Right. We've just explained the overview of the LOTUS program call for proposals. So before moving on to the next session, I'd like to ask President Murty to provide some remarks. President Murty, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you very much.
Am I audible?
Are there any presentation files?
There is no presentation. I can speak.
All right, so please
that is
proceed
fine
to
with
your
you.
remark or declare about
Yes.
this very important Japan LOTUS program, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are grateful to JST for starting this LOTUS program, which I'm very confident that it will strengthen our relations between Japan and India in a very big way. I have spent about 2 years in Japan long back, 1999 to 2001, and I became a very strong admirer of Japan. Since then, after joining IIT Hyderabad for the last 6 years as the director, we have strengthened our relationship with Japan very strongly. And IIT Hyderabad is possibly a unique academic institute in India, which has the longest relationship with Japan. Since 2012, last 15 years closely, we have been collaborating for infrastructure development at IIT Hyderabad and a lot of friendship program. And with all this friendship program now, with JST, the LOTUS program, we have been able to work as a hub to connect various IITs and other universities to Japanese universities. Last year, when we had LOTUS basic program that was introduced in 2025, we connected about 1,000 faculty members from various institutions to about 1,000 faculty members in Japan. That has led to 300 students selected by Japan, JST, for this LOTUS program. On November 15th, the JST president, Hashimoto Sensei, was on our campus, and he has announced on that day that this year there will be 1,000 projects, and that is what you have heard so far. And we have been asked to connect more and more institutions from Japan, from India to Japanese universities, which we are right now doing it. We are approaching a large number of universities in India, which are well ranked in national ranking framework of India, and trying to see the best researchers of these universities to be connected to the Japanese university faculty members. And we are very thankful to JST for giving this opportunity to IIT Hyderabad. And I'm confident that by June 9th, when we are going to have the application deadline being closed, we will have at least 1,500 to 2,000 applications coming up for this 1,000 program. We have also, on 15th of November, JST President, along with the Ambassador of Japan to India, have inaugurated a Japan Culture Center at IIT Hyderabad. And last 4 or 5 months, we have been training or going Japan in Japanese language and Japanese etiquettes and Japanese culture. At IIT Hyderabad, we have been doing, and this is supported by JST. And we are keen to do this continuously in the near future also, that when these 1,000 students are selected for the LOTUS program in 2026, all of them, we are promising that we will train them in an online manner on Japanese language and Japanese culture, so that when the student goes to Japan, he gets the basics of Japanese language are very clear to them, so that they can comfortably live in Japan. So this is a promise from IIT Hyderabad. We will continue to connect India to Japan, and we are really fortunate that this opportunity that we have got, and the JST has provided this. I'm really happy that I have got an opportunity to talk today, and we are eager to strengthen Japan-India relations, and IIT Hyderabad wants to contribute significantly in this relationship that we are trying to build. Year after year, I'm sure more and more students of India get benefited through this collaboration, and in return, both the countries get significantly benefited. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Murty. We also are looking forward to receiving many proposals from
Sure.
India
Sure. Thank
by
you very much.
Japanese. Yeah, thank you very much.